Longlegs' ending is chilling, involving multiple deaths and revelations. Written and directed by Osgood Perkins, Longlegs reviews have been mostly positive. Starring Maika, Monroe, and Nicolas in one of his more iconic roles to date, Longlegs ends with the arrest of the titular character. After decoding many of the letters Longlegs left behind at crime scenes, Agent Lee Harker revisited her own past to discover that she was one of the girls the killer targeted. With a photo revealing Longlegs' identity, the FBI was able to finally catch him. Longlegs goes on about a friend of a friend and quotes Revelation 13:1 before banging his head to death. Harker visits her mom to learn the truth. Ruth kills Lee's colleague and Lee's doll, claiming she's free before revealing she made a deal with Longlegs. She'd deliver the handmade dolls to each family and ensure the murders happened so long as he let Lee live. Harker goes to see Agent Carter's family, who've been targeted. Carter kills his wife, but Lee shoots him thereafter. Harker also kills Ruth, but when she goes to shoot the doll, she freezes. Is Agent Lee Harker under Longlegs' control at the end? Harker attempts to shoot the doll the way Ruth shot hers. Harker's gun can be heard going off, but there are either no more bullets or the safety is on. Harker could have reloaded the gun, but she was glued to the spot, frozen while hypnotically staring at the doll. Longlegs' handmade creation seems to have influence over Harker, preventing the FBI agent from killing it. It's possible Harker is now under the doll's, and, by extension, Longlegs' manipulation. It could just be her terror, but the doll has a hold on Harker, who's entranced. While she could eventually come to her senses and shoot the doll, it's likely Harker is drawn to it because Longlegs' influence was such a big part of her life for so long. Through the doll, Longlegs is still able to reach out beyond the grave. His impact is still felt, and it's possible the doll will keep Harker in its clutches until the task is complete. Ruby is still alive, and Longlegs might use Harker to finish the job he and Ruth started. Longlegs and Ruth Harker quoting Revelation 13:1 explained. It's unclear why Nicolas Longlegs started killing families, but he and Ruth Harker both quoted Revelation 13:1 right before they died, which mentions a beast with 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast in question can be interpreted as being the Antichrist or a demon who rises from the sea to receive the authority and power by the dragon, Satan, to do his bidding. There is a second beast that appears in later chapters. In the film, Longlegs and Ruth are the beasts. They deceive and control the families, who each believe they're receiving a gift from the church. At the start of Longlegs, Ruth asks Harker if she's been saying her prayers. By the end of the film, Ruth changes her tune and says something along the lines of prayers being useless. Ruth is an example of someone being manipulated by the original beast, Longlegs, to perform evil acts. Ruth believes they're necessary to save her daughter, but she's been corrupted to the point that even after she is free from Longlegs, Ruth's help with killing families continues. She has become the second beast, and with the dragon and Longlegs are the inverse of the Holy Trinity. What the families hear after they're given Longlegs' doll. Longlegs' hand makes dolls Ruth delivers to each family, but the hollow silver orb inside the doll's head doesn't directly give them instructions, at least not in the usual sense. But there is a distinct sound that emanates from the silver orb. It sounds like static whispers that only the family can hear. It's eerie and puts the family members into a trance they can't break out of. The silver orb is hollow, but it's revealed that Longlegs passes a part of himself through each doll, and it's possible the families are hearing his voice indistinctly whispering to them. Why Longlegs targets families with daughters whose birthdays are on the 14th. Longlegs has a serial killer method. He targets families who have daughters born on the 14th day of any given month. The murders happen within 6 days before or after the birthday, which likely symbolizes the 3 number 6s that appear in the code. Longlegs doesn't confirm the reason behind the 14th birthday, but it could refer to Revelation 13:1. 13 plus 1 is 14. 7 is a significant number in the Bible, and the double of that represents completeness, as well as divinity and deliverance. Longlegs might have believed he was freeing the families through death. What's more, the number 14 could refer to the beast with 7 heads. The implication is that there are 2 beasts, and 14 is the double of 7. Longlegs and Ruth both quoted Revelation 13:1, signifying the importance it had in their work. It also implies that the beast with 7 heads can multiply. After all, the serial killer was never truly alone in his work. Even before death, Longlegs was confident his work would continue because the seed was already planted. The 2 beasts and the dragon essentially form the 3 sides of the triangle. The real meaning of Longlegs' ending. Longlegs has many layers, and while it's filled with religious references, the film's ending hints at the disintegration of the nuclear family. Longlegs could have gone after the children, but he targeted the parents too, while making the father inflict violence upon his wife and daughter. It's very targeted, and it focuses on the deterioration of this specific family structure. Notably, Harker is the only one who made it to adulthood, and she was raised in a single-mom household. At the same time, Longlegs' ending suggests violence can enter any home, no matter how wholesome a family may be. The film's finale also indicates that anyone, no matter how good they think they are as a person, can be swayed to do horrific and violent things if they think they're protecting someone or that they're doing it for the right reasons. All the characters, at one point or another, are forced or influenced to do something violent. It's something they might have never dreamed of doing. Harker even kills her own mother to save someone else at the end of Longlegs, and the cycle of harm continues.